Hey, spring is here, maybe. Well, we're getting ready for it either way. It's about 32, 33 degrees out, and we are prepping for bees today. We have a lot of hive materials already made from previous years, but this year I need to get some spacers made to be able to take our protein patties, and then in winter times be able to take some of our fondant and get it in there. So, regardless, I got myself some wood. I got it all cut here. It's all actually looking pretty nice. We're going to be making, again, some beehive spacers. This will allow us to put food in easier. This allows us to have a little bit of space when we want to treat with things. And then it certainly allows us to add proteins and stuff into the hive. So I'm just kind of setting my stuff out here so that hopefully it stays relatively good for the girls to be able to figure out, because I've done my part. I've cut the wood. That's how this works. Dad gets things kind of rolling, get things set up, and I'm hopefully going to make something just like this, which is not quite put together yet, but you can see how it goes together. It's basically two internal slats, which give me some support. I can put those on the top or the bottom, and it gives me about 1.5 inches of height, which I can put things in between the hive on. Pretty simple device. We glue them, and we pin nail them together. They work absolutely great, and of course paint them white. So obviously I'm going to load up the gun here and then try to kind of get these things going so that my daughters can get this done before the hives arrive. Now typically the hives would be coming, it's about the 24th of April. They'd be here maybe by this weekend. That is not the case right now because we still have very cold weather. So that's fine. So these new hives that are coming in that I wish to use these spacers for, I don't have to worry about. So I got Tabitha, the closest one there to the camera. She is one of the bee ladies that we have on the farm. She's the daughter that loves it the most. She knows how these things go together. She's done this rodeo before. She just has to get used to the nailer, and she's back at it. Julia there is my youngest daughter. She is learning the bees. She seems to be a little bit more reactive on the skin of them, but you know what? Hopefully she doesn't get stung too much, and we'll just kind of keep tabs of that. Had a rough winter this winter. I think we got over 100 inches of snow, and we dealt with some cold and so forth, so we lost a few hives. So getting these 3-4 new hives hopefully soon will be advantageous to us. At least that's our hope. So we're in the process of trying to get stuff done. It takes us a little bit. As far as what we'll probably put in these spacers at the beginning, well, if the hives come up strong enough when we get these, I'll probably go to protein and let them make brood. And our protein patties in the past, I like to set on the top frames, and then of course when you want to put the next cover on, it gets tight. So I think I'll use a spacer like this in between, and it'll give me that room that Tabitha and I need to be able to work with easier. So we're hopeful that we can get this done in a much, I guess, a less messy way. Because in the past, when you take off the, say, like the honey super above it, and the proteins were laying right across the frames, sometimes they stick and go up with it. So this should give us that little bit of space that we need. Now, you can take these, folks, and on the bottom side, you can put a wire mesh in, which works really good for like fondant and stuff when you're making cakes and stuff for them. I'm not going to do that yet, because I'm just not sure which ones I want to use for what yet. So I'm just going to go with this kind of open frame concept here at the moment. Again, everything is getting wood glued and 2 pin nails in it there with the nailer, which is good. I think she's got 1 inch, maybe it's about 1 inch brad nail in there right now. And she's just pounding those things in. So Julia is trying to get these things glued for her. And then Tabitha pounds them out and puts them together. Shop's a busy place today. Just the way it goes. It's sometimes during the spring. We've got, seeds arriving, trees arriving, plants are going full bore in the greenhouse. Animals are doing about the best they can. We've sold a lot of our goat kids off, which is nice. That starts giving us a little bit of break this time of year. But as always, we've had our challenges too. Life on the farm is not always easy when it comes to raising livestock. Probably the biggest thing we're dealing with right now is just water and drainage. 100 inches of snow that melts in 2 weeks has to go somewhere. And when you're a farm that's pretty high where the house and the barns are, but low in the back area, well, then you tend to see things in the back area like flooding. So it's what it is. I've also been taking some time with one of my daughters to go out and do some turkey hunting. We have not scored because, again, the high water has pushed the birds a little differently than we'd like, but, you know, we're still trying. We're trying to get it done. So hopefully we'll be able to get a Thanksgiving turkey one of these weekends with a bow. So once I got done with that, I took and painted them white. My daughter got it all done. So they are completely white now, which is what we wanted. And we threw an extra door in there, as you can see, and I threw another base in there because I wanted to get that stuff done too. I already had those all assembled. I just needed to get them painted white. Here they are when they're dry. Like to just kind of show you how they go together. My daughter here has one of her educational hives that she uses to talk about beekeeping and stuff with people in the area. So I asked her if she wouldn't mind just putting it in the hive in a couple different spots so I can show you. So one of the places we use these is, I guess, right above the queen screen. It works really well there. Another place that we use it is sometimes way up on top. So for sake of argument, I just kind of want to put these in a couple spots so you can see where we think they're beneficial. They're kind of a nice thing to have, especially when you got to add things. So like if I was going to put protein in and I had a super on, I could put this below the super. I can put it on the super like this. Doesn't really make much of a difference. I can put, what am I trying to say? Fondant for winter in there. And I can do it between the different levels, which is kind of nice. You can put one, you can put two on. I purposely made enough of them so that we can do quite a few of them when we want. So here she's got them on now. They're in place. They're all painted up. She's putting her last cover on here. That's her inner cover, and then she's going to put her exterior cover on, and we should be in great shape. It's a nice little project to do on a weekend, but, you know, it's got to get done. Spring's here. Soon the bees will be coming. Keep watching, folks. Tabitha and I will keep working on the bees and keep you informed of how things are going on the farm here.